boys and girls. Today for word work, we are going to be talking about suffixes. A suffix is a word part that can be found at the end of many English words. A suffix may contain hints about the meaning of an English word. So before we begin today, I need you to make sure that you have a pencil and a piece of paper or your notebook. And if you don't, then go ahead and pause this video, go get it, and come right back and hit play. So take your sheet of paper or your notebook, and we're going to make a 4-column chart. So you're going to need to draw 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and a line across. And at the top of each column, you're going to write something. At the top of the first column, I want you to write dash FUL or full. Then I want you to write less, dash LESS. In the next column, you're going to do dash LY. And in the last column, you're going to do dash MENT or meant. Now, when we flip to the next slide, you're going to see a lot of words under each column. Don't worry about writing all of those words down. We're just going to use those words for the lesson. You're going to write some of your own words down on your chart in a few minutes. So take a look. This is my piece of paper. I have my suffixes across the top like you did. Then I have what the suffix means, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And then I have some words under each column. So take a look at the full column. Let's see if we can read these. Why don't you try reading this column by yourself? And then I will read them. We'll see if you were correct. Okay, so I had colorful, helpful, thankful, beautiful, careful, and wonderful. Did you get them all correct? Good job. We see that these words all have the same thing in common. They all have FUL or full at the end. So the suffix full means full of. So if something is colorful, it's full of color. If something is helpful, it's full of help. Does that make sense? Take a look at the next column. We have the suffix less. And I'm going to tell you that less means without. So go ahead and try to read those 6 words that are under the less column. And then I will read them to you also, and we'll see if you're correct. Okay, so we had hopeless, careless, fearless, homeless, endless, and spotless. So if less means without, what do you think that hopeless means? That's right, it means without hope. All right, let's take a look at the next column. We have ly. The ending ly means like or in this way. Go ahead and read the 6 words, and then I'll read them, and we'll see if you were correct. Okay, I had nicely, safely, friendly, easily, quietly, and sadly. So nicely would mean what? It would mean like they're nice or in the way of being nice. Good job. Next column is the MENT. And this is resulting in doing this or being this way. Go ahead and read the 6 words, and then I'll read them to you. All right, we have excitement, amazement, agreement, movement, enjoyment, and judgment. Think about what the word excitement means. So excitement would mean that you're being excited or doing excitement, doing excited things. You're excited. Sometimes when you change a suffix, it will change the word to a different part of speech. If you look at the word colorful, the word color is a thing, which means it is a noun. But when we add FUL onto the end, then it makes it an adjective. And an adjective is a describing word. So colorful would describe something. So sometimes when you add a suffix, it might change the word from a noun to an adjective. What I would like you to do is try to think of 2 more words that you could put in each column. 2 in the full column, 2 in the less column, 2 in the LY column, and 2 in the MENT column. That's what you're going to do in your journal or your piece of paper. When you're done with that, your teacher may have you go to the slides. And today, you're going to play Follow the Path. Here's the directions for Follow the Path. Basically, one of you is purple, one of you, you're going to play with a friend, and one is blue. And you're going to move this game piece to wherever you need to. You're going to take turns clicking this link. Now, this link can get a little tricky, so I'm going to kind of walk you through it. You click on it, and you just want one die to roll. So sometimes you got to kind of play with it. I'm going to do this and go see how it did 3 dice. It doesn't always make sense. All right, let's try another one. That says 2. Let's try this one. There we go. So you're going to roll the die. I just rolled a 5. So I would come back here and I would move my guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to say the word because I need to move that number of spaces, read aloud the word in the new space, name the suffix, and use the word in a sentence. If I can't do that, I have to go back to the space where I was when I started. So I would say quickly, the suffix is ly, and my sentence is, we rode our bikes quickly down the street. And then it would be my partner's turn. They would go ahead and they would roll the dice, roll the die, and my partner would move that many spaces and do the same thing I just did. When you're done playing the game, the first one to the finish is done. When you're done, you have one more slide. So you would come here, and it says to pull a card from below, read it in your head, decide which suffix is used, and put it under the correct suffix. So our first one is amazement. I know that amazement would go here because that's the MENT ending. So I'm going to do this for each one. I'm going to go through all the cards and I'm going to sort them into one of the 4 columns. and then you're finished.